What is going on, everybody? Andrew Edwards here for this week's behind-the-scenes recording of Geared Up, and I am with...
Not Todd Bishop.
Not Todd Bishop. Todd's out.
I'm Starla Sampaco. I'm a video producer and host here at GeekWire.
That's right. So, as you guys know, we record our podcast. This is the behind-the-scenes viewing, so you might see mistakes, you might see mess-ups. You might even hear us, cough.
A lot of coughing.
Because we came back from CES, and we
have the plague.
We're not well.
The CES plague.
Yeah, CES
If you've
SARS.
gone, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so if we kind of lean away from the mic...
Or go off camera.
It's because we respect you enough to not cough in your ear or face. So that's that. What else? Anything else we need to address? Yes, we have the new co-host, Starla Sampaco. So Todd is on the sidelines now. So you're not stepping in for a week. You are the official new replacement for Todd Bishop.
I know.
I don't know if anyone can match up and live up to Todd.
No, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
But yeah, Todd is on the sidelines now. So if there's a week maybe where you're out or where I'm out, Todd will step in and co-host. But for now, you and I have the helm. We're the official.
I have some big shoes to fill. That's
official
for sure.
Peeps. All right, so we're gonna jump into the show. I think that's it. Anything else we need to address prior with the audience?
We already went over that we're sick.
Yes.
Very sick.
Yes. One other thing. If you're in the chat, what's up? Thanks for joining us. As people start joining the chat, if they're asking questions, would you please let them know?
Girl?
No, well, any question. We address the questions during the breaks. And sometimes people will come in, ask a question like, these guys are ignoring the viewers. This is terrible. This is the worst show. It's like, we'll answer them during the breaks. Yeah. We're in the middle of a conversation. It's a live show. We're recording a podcast, so we can't just stop every time someone has a question. So during the breaks, we will answer the questions. We'll check out what's going on in the chat over on YouTube. And with that, I think we're good.
Yeah.
We've also got
exciting.
We've also got Jake. He's new.
Yeah.
Now you can't see him. Jake is actually producing the show behind the scenes. So it's a whole new thing now. I'm the only lasting vestige of Geared Up. So, yeah. Okay. See, sick. Let's get started. Are you ready?
I guess
show
so.
Look, by the way, are we blown out?
We're pretty bright.
Okay,
I wasn't
you know
sure
what?
if I should say
I'm just gonna jump over there real quick and fix the video.
Thank you, Andrew. You're getting some cool engagement from...
Grunge Smurf, hello. Don't call him someone. He doesn't want to be referred to as a generic
He's
person.
just not anyone.
No.
But they name him Grunge Smurf.
That's true.
I love it.
Especially for Seattle. All right, ready?
Yes.
Okay, we are officially starting the podcast. Let me grab our boilerplate. Welcome to Geared Up, brought to you by National Car Rental. I'm Andrew Edwards.
And I'm Starla Sampaco.
And this is the show where GeekWire brings you the latest in tech and gadget news each and every week. But as you're seeing right now, or hearing, there's a new voice on the show.
Hello, everyone. I am not Todd Bishop,
You
might have been able to tell. My name is Starla Sampaco, and I'm a video host and producer at GeekWire. And now I am one of your new co-hosts, or I am your new co-host for Geared Up.
What's happening? What happened? So Todd has stepped away.
Yes.
He hasn't left Earth.
He has not left the building.
He hasn't left
He's actually
GeekWire.
right outside.
Right, he's over there. But Todd is transitioning into being over on the sideline. So he'll step in when we have, if either Starla or I are out of the office or just not able to participate in a podcast that week, Todd might step back in. So you might still see him, but going forward, it's the Andrew and Starla show.
Yeah.
Or the Starla and Andrew show.
Either one.
Whatever sounds better for you, that's what it is. So we were thinking we'd do something fun. I don't know if you actually thought of these. Earlier I mentioned, let the viewers get to know us a little better. And I was like, hey, what if we tell them 2 truths and a lie?
I'm down.
Okay. So they're going to have to figure out which one is the lie. And we'll reveal this at the end of the show. I'll do it too. But you go first.
All right. 2 truths and a lie. So the first one, I have a puppy named Dorito, like the chips.
Interesting.
Dorito.
Interesting.
The second fun fact, or maybe not fun fact, I've shaken the hand of Tyra Banks.
Wow.
The third one is that I have a selfie with Donald Trump. Which ones are true? Which one is the lie?
Wait, 2 of those are true.
Yeah.
2 of those are true. Okay. Crazy.
And one is a lie.
Okay. We'll reveal that later.
But you can make your predictions in the comments if you're
please.
watching live.
Throw your predictions down right now. For me, I've met Mike Tyson. I've met Michael Jackson. I've met Michael Jordan. 2 of those are true. 2 are true. 1 is a lie. Yeah, so that's going to help you know us just a little bit better. Now it's time to jump into the news of the week. So we just came back from CES 2019.
Yes.
Which is likely why we're both sick. That was your first CES ever.
It was, and I was actually sick going into CES.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, just like you, that I'd be able to beat the CES plague
Yes.
that everyone knows about. This year there were, 180,000 people from all over the world coming into Las Vegas.
Descending upon
Of course
Las
you're going to
Vegas.
get sick. I thought that I'd be able to, get past the sickness, but nope, left CES, felt fine, and then went on vacation, came back, and not
Still
feeling
no
too
good.
great right now.
Right.
But I could not miss this. I really wanted to be here.
Right. Now, what did you think of CES? Because, like we said, it's your first one. It was actually my, 14th CES.
Whoa.
So I'm, old school, jaded. How was it for you? Like, the sights, the sounds, the craziness, the announcements. What'd you think?
I think one word to describe CES is overwhelming. I tried my best to prepare for it, but as a reporter covering, the big announcements happening at CES, it felt almost impossible because even just getting from venue to venue can take an hour just to get across the Las Vegas Strip. So that was one thing, but it was also really fun. I mean, they had so many cool gadgets, like an autonomous suitcase that I wish I had to carry all my gear.
Right.
We had also profiled a bread making robot that's actually based from a company here in Washington State out of Walla Walla, Washington.
Do we need that? Do we need that these days?
I mean, it was the best smelling booth at CES. I will say that.
Wait, you went to the Impossible. Didn't you have an Impossible Burger, though?
I did have an Impossible
So the
Burger.
bread was better, smelled better than the Impossible
It did.
Burger
There's
area?
nothing that smells better than fresh baked bread.
All right.
Right?
Fair.
Yeah, there was also all sorts of, there was so much Alexa everything.
Yes, everything.
Everything. It's in your cars. It's in your pet tech. It's in everything.
Yes, and we're actually talking about some Alexa stuff today. Later on the show, we've got the Alexa wall clock here.
Yeah.
We also have some impressions of the Alexa microwave.
Yes,
as
which I've
well.
also tested out.
At CES, you and I both used the DJI Osmo Pocket, and that's going to be the first gadget we're talking about today. So the Osmo Pocket,
and
if you're unaware,
right here.
it's a $349 pocketable 4K camera with a built-in gimbal. Like it's pretty impressive when you look at it, having a gimbaled camera in your pocket like that. I went around CES. I used it a bit. I like the feature where you can connect it to your phone.
Yes.
Because it does have a display built in, but the display is so small that it's like, I want the big display of my phone.
Yeah, and so I had really relied on the Osmo Pocket when I was trying to shoot some footage for not just, our video coverage at GeekWire, but just, videos for social. And so it was really important for me to clip into my phone so that I could see what was in focus and what was not. Well, on my last day of CES, I dropped the Osmo Pocket and my phone. My phone is fine.
Oh, no.
But the little... You're going to see my tech knowledge. The little doodad that clips into your phone fell off. And so I couldn't use... Yeah, I could not use...
Let me see this.
My phone to...
This is crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't use my phone as a viewfinder anymore. And when covering a Microsoft event, I had to rely on this little thing right here. And it turned out fine, actually. Everything was in focus.
Okay.
But I kind of knew going into some of those shoots, we don't know if it'll be in focus or not. So, yeah, it was a little bit stressful, but I've already reordered a replacement piece. And it's $20? It's not a huge expense,
but still.
Still annoying.
I need to cough. Hold on.
I do too. I need a cough break.
So I just noticed, I'm looking at the live stream here. Jake zoomed in. Jake was able to crop in, which is fantastic. I'm saying he zoomed in on you.
Yeah.
Before we started the show, we were like, Jake, can we zoom in? He was like, no, not today. Next thing we know, we're zoomed in. So awesome. So here's what I found with the DJI Osmo.
What?
Okay. I feel like I might as well just use my phone.
Really?
Like just the phone without the Osmo, not like I feel like my phone shoots in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
It has some pretty good stabilization in there. I don't know that it's worth $350. I don't know that it's adding like enough value over just shooting on my phone. Like I don't know. I'm not saying that this is like my final answer. I'm just like thinking like the phone that the video that the phone shoots, I use an iPhone XS Max, is great. So is this $350 plugging into my phone worth it? I don't know.
I thought that it was. Because on my phone, when I'm just shooting it without a gimbal, because I also have the Osmo Mobile, the shakiness just really throws me off. Like, I even get dizzy watching shaky videos sometimes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And so it was just such a relief to be able to have something that I knew was going to be stabilized. And it's not the same as having a DSLR on a gimbal, but I could use it. I did end up using it in some of my coverage, for GeekWire. So
okay.
I felt like it was worth it. And I'm going to take a cough break.
Oh, yeah, take a cough break.
Sorry, guys.
You take a cough break. I'm taking a sip of water. This is Geared Up with GeekWire. This is the sick edition. This is the introduction to Starlight. Your first week on the show, and we are not doing that well. Okay, so that was the Osmo Pocket. Let's go into our next gadget, if you can call it that. I mean, it kind of is and it's kind of not. The new Nike Adapt BB.
Yes.
Did you see these?
Self-lacing shoes. Nike is trying to disrupt shoelaces.
Yeah, I mean,
2019.
This is crazy. Like, okay, so Starla, I assume you own more than one pair of shoes.
Yeah, not as many as you have. I probably have. I mean, I don't have a shoe closet.
Okay.
That's goals. That's what I'm trying to get to. Not quite there yet. I have a bookshelf that doesn't have any books on it, but it has shoes on it.
Oh, so your shoes are also decor.
Yes. So I think I have at least 25 pairs minimum.
Okay. Minimum.
A lot of them I barely wear, like
right.
special occasion heels. But yeah, I'm really into shoes.
Okay, so I think I own no heels, but
wouldn't judge you if you did.
I own roughly. I would not be surprised if I have like 75 or 80 pairs of sneakers.
Oh my gosh.
I've been into the sneaker game.
That's a lot.
For a long time. I'm a fan. At one point it became a problem. Yeah. So when I saw these, okay, these are also $350. So you can either buy an Osmo Pocket or you can buy the Nike Adapt BB. $349. They're going on sale in February. And yeah, these are app-connected shoes. So it's not just about the fact that they're getting rid of the shoelaces. You can actually say, here's how tight I want it to be when I'm playing basketball. Now here's how tight I want it to be when I'm walking. And you can just like tap on the different activities that you're doing, and it'll automatically, constrict or unconstrict, whatever the opposite is, to your foot in order to meet the demand that you need. So that's crazy.
Okay. I'm definitely, this is new to me.
Okay.
So you'll have to explain this. In case you can't tell, I'm not a huge athlete. I don't know if that's shocking. Want to go shoot some hoops later? But how important is it to have shoes that are laced to the perfect level of tightness?
I mean, that's a good question. If you're in the chat and you know the answer to that, because I'm also not a crazy athlete either. Yes. I'm a natural athlete, but I don't do athletic things all the time.
Yeah.
I just think it's more cool. Like, I just like the cool factor.
Okay.
I like the fact that I can put a shoe on and then take my phone out, tap a couple buttons and feel it, molding around my foot. It also has like these 2 dedicated like lights on the bottom, status lights, but you can also change the color of those.
Oh, cool.
So, if you're like me, you might want it to like match your watch band or something as you're walking around.
Okay.
Like, see, I got the watch band, I got the phone case, and like, hey, I'm going to have orange on my shoes as well. So I'm very excited. I tried to pre-order these, and the pre-order's already sold out. So now I have to like do the thing where you try to get it day one, and probably going to fail.
Are you going to try to line up at a
No, I'm not going to go that
store?
far. But I probably am going to take an L that day, and therefore, people are going to buy them to resell them to suckers like me who will pay even more.
How much would you pay for self-lacing Nike shoes?
Okay. This is like a double answer here.
Okay.
One part is if I get the shoes, I can make a video about the shoes, right? So there's like a business. There's a business expense.
Yes.
If I wasn't doing that, then I probably wouldn't want to pay more than retail. But if I want to make the video and show them, bring them to Geared Up, I might pay $500.
$500.
I might do that. Do that. I don't know. I'm embarrassed. Answering that question.
Don't be. No.
I feel silly now.
I was just curious. Well, the lights, I'm just so distracted by the whole lights thing. It kind of reminds me of when you're a little kid and your mom makes you wear those light up shoes so that you don't get lost in the zoo.
Why are you in the zoo at night as a child?
No, it gets dark in the aquariums.
Okay.
Children go missing.
Fair enough.
British night. I'll see you in your light up shoes.
Fair enough. All right. So that is the Nike Adapt BB 349 coming in February. We will be right back talking about the new Apple Smart iPhone battery cases that just dropped. This is Geared Up. All right, so now we are going to address some of the chat. Let's see what's going on in here. I'm scrolling up to see what people have been saying. Grunge Smurf says you sing better than Mariah Carey. I don't know how he know. Oh, he was going to guess that was one of your truths or lies. Trump and Jackson are fake. Hey, there's Todd Bishop, by the way. Todd, we're on break, Todd. Just come in and say hello to the people.
Hey, everybody.
See, he's still here.
Have you talked about Andrew's shirt yet?
Someone did.
Okay.
Someone did. Hey, it's all the different controllers for the various.
Every single one.
Yeah, just throw them out there.
For sure.
What's up? What's up, Todd?
It's shaking through the mic.
What is? Oh. All right. I'm getting too excited. I need to calm down.
I'm back.
All right. Is there anything that you could explain over the week? I don't know. How much was the Osmo? It is $349.
Mm-hmm. They said it's $200 too much.
Yeah, you know what? I feel
I
like
could see that. Yeah.
I would pay $199.
Yeah.
$199.
I'm not going to return mine though.
Nor am I. Have you tried the holster that holds the phone and Osmo together? I did see that. So they have an accessory now where you like put your phone in and the Osmo and they both clip in.
Oh.
So one's not going to fall. You don't have that one weak point. That was modern day
how
tech.
much is that? Thank you, modern day tech. I'm going to look at that.
We need to find that. Viper's in the house. Viper, what is up? You need custom shoes with cartoon and video game characters. I do. I would love that. Cough break. Someone allowed us to take a cough break. The case. The case is coming up next. We're going to talk about the case in just a minute. Is 8K necessary? There was a lot of 8K TVs this year. That even could have been a topic on this show. I think so. When 4K launched, everyone said 4K is not necessary. There's no 4K content. What are you doing? But you need the 4K to launch first before people will make content. So it's going to be the same with 8K. They're launching 8K TVs. No, there's no content because there's no 8K TVs yet. So once you start pushing them out, then we'll see content made for 8K. You can actually buy one today. Samsung is selling their 8K TVs today. 2018 model and the 2019 models for Samsung are dropping in February. So
are you going to get one?
Yes, absolutely. 100%. I'm going to get, I think I'm going to get their 82-inch 8K rather, TV. But this is going to be a big year for 8K. Like even TCL, which is they're like the best value. They make these great TVs, but for not high prices, but they're really good. Pardon me. They're dropping their 8K TV later this year as well. So this is going to be the year where you can buy an 8K TV and it will not cost too much money. Viper says, and he's right, Drew, you got to get her a MacBook. You know what, man? I came in and she was rocking the Surface, and I was like, "Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" It's her first day. It's day one.
It's my work computer. It is my work computer.
Yeah. So, well, she edits in Premiere. She does not know the magic.
That's controversial.
Right. You don't know the magic of Final Cut yet. I need to stop hitting the table. Todd told me to stop hitting the table. I'm still doing it. I need to calm down.
I like Premiere.
Travis asks, "Who's that?" He has not seen you yet.
Hi, Travis. I'm Starless and Paco.
You know what? Yeah. For those who are just tuning in,
co-host.
Go ahead. Let them know.
Hi, my name's Starla, and I'm the new co-host of Geared Up with Andru. Todd is still at GeekWire. He's still in the building, actually just right outside. Mm-hmm. But I'm stepping in, and you'll be seeing me every week.
Yes. So that's who she is. All right. We are going to jump into segment 2 of the podcast. Again, feel free to leave comments and questions in the chat, but just know we're not going to address them until the next commercial, or not commercial break, but the next break in the show. Basically, we take breaks so that the podcast can have a commercial inserted into it. So, all right.
I like these breaks, though.
Yeah.
These are
Let's
fun.
us cough. All right. Are we ready to go? Jake, bring us back. Does the Starla only get the zoom in? Oh, interesting. Okay. So only Starlight gets the zoom in.
Yay.
I'm still fine. Here we
Cop
go.
out.
Yes. Next week. You get close-ups of me. Let me know when we are back and ready to go.
Todd says, I'm right here. I hate being the person who fixes their hair. Hi, Travis. Was he at CES?
He was not.
Okay.
He was not. Okay, we're good? All right, here we go. Welcome back to Geared Up. I'm Andrew Edwards.
And I'm Starless and Paco.
It is time for the National Car Rental Story of the Week.
Thanks to National Car Rental for sponsoring Geared Up. And be sure to check out Andrew's show, Technically Speaking, on the nationalcar.com control center or youtube.com/nationalcarrent.
Yeah, so basically, Technically Speaking is my show that I do with National Car Rental, where I talk about the best tech and gadgets specifically with travel in mind. So National Car Rental is all about business travel, and I talk about business travel and personal travel as well. What's the best gear to take with you to make travel easier, more fun, or more leisurely? So that is Technically Speaking. And you can find that, as she said, at nationalcar.com's control center.
Now, the latest tech puts you in the driver's seat, and National Car Rental's Emerald Club will keep you there.
Yes, go National, go like a pro. All right, National Car Rental Story of the Week is, boom, this right here. Let me hand you this. This is the iPhone. That's the iPhone XS Max smart battery case.
This is so exciting.
Also have the smart battery case here on my iPhone XR.
Nice.
And this is all about like greatly extending the battery life of the latest iPhones. So I need to cough. Edit that out. Okay. So as you can see, let me take this off and show you how this works. Whoa. That's crazy.
So how long have you been using this, Andrew?
I've been using this just for a little under a week.
Okay.
So this is the iPhone XR, and the iPhone XR is the iPhone with the longest battery life of any iPhone ever released. So it's hard to say that you need this for this phone because this phone lasts a ridiculously long time. Like if you put it in this battery case, it's basically going to last until the next iPhone comes out. Not that long, but here you can see, like you just pull it back.
Okay.
You slide it in. And you close it up, and you're good. And it tells you the battery life of both.
Oh.
It tells you the battery life of the case and of the phone itself right on the display. And so the reason it's called the smart battery case is because it's not just like any other battery case. Have you ever used a battery case before?
No.
Oh, all right. Whoa, go on mute. Let me tell you how it works. So if you're walking around and you know you're going to be like at CES or something and your battery is going to, die,
Yeah.
you put a battery case on. It has a battery built in, so it's basically charging the phone until the case dies, and then your phone has a full charge from there.
Got it.
That's how the typical case works. The smart battery case actually does not work that way. So it actually acts as if the battery in the case and the battery in the phone are one. And so the difference there is if you plug in your phone to if you need to charge your phone, whether it's an iPhone or whether it's, an Android device, it goes into like a plugged in mode. So it knows it has extra power. So it'll do things that require extra power that it wouldn't do if you were just mobile with your phone. When you're using a battery case, the phone doesn't realize it's using a case. It thinks it's plugged into a wall. So it'll still be in that more higher performance mode, and the battery will run down more. Even though it's using the case, it's running down the battery. When it's in this case, it knows this is a case, we're still mobile. So don't go into high performance mode. One thing about these cases that people don't like is the shape. I'll let you hold that and feel that.
This is pretty awkward.
Right. A lot of people say it feels awkward. It looks silly. Why would Apple do this? Why would they make something that looks like this? Well, the reason is they are preserving the antenna. So a lot of battery cases, they like envelop. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Like I said,
Sorry.
don't mind us.
Don't mind me.
A lot of these battery cases, they envelop the phone and they actually interfere with the signal. The first battery cases that Apple released for the iPhone 7 actually had a hump. So the battery's in the center, and it went up and it went down. People thought it looked ugly. It looked weird. But the case itself had built in extra antenna. So they were putting the battery behind the battery, but they weren't impeding with the antenna lines. And in fact, they were improving the antenna. So it's all about usability. So for this phone right here, you put it in the battery case, and you get roughly 37 hours of battery life. Almost 2 full days of battery life on your 10R. This one is the one for the 10S Max. I believe this gives you 35.
Wow.
So you're walking around, and you're just like, you're good. You're not worrying. If you plug in your phone every evening before you go to bed, it's hard to imagine you're going to run out of battery unless you're like shooting video for hours all day.
Yeah.
So that's the smart battery case. If you're traveling, if you're on the go, if you use an iPhone, whether it's a 10R, 10S, 10S Max, and they also have them for the iPhone 7. They did not release them last year for the 8, 8 Plus, or 10. I don't know why. Pick up one of these if you need it. They're $129, so a little expensive.
Okay.
$129, but if being mobile is important to you and not having your phone die, it's good, especially if you're on iOS. If you're on iOS, you want that battery life. Get the smart battery case. Don't get a competing case is what I'm saying. What do you think?
I don't know. The reason why I haven't gotten a battery charging case is because I use the moment lenses.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So I specifically have it so I can attach those lenses
Right.
and take pretty photos.
How often
and
do you
videos.
use those?
It's mostly a travel thing. So I haven't used it. I haven't used my moment lenses in maybe less than a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were just at CES like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
but you did not use them there at all, apparently.
No, because I was using mostly. I was mostly doing stuff with the DJI Pocket to
Okay.
test that out.
True.
But my parents live outside of the country in Panama, and when we do our touristy things over there, it's fun to have a moment lens.
Absolutely.
Kind of get really wide shots.
Right,
so.
right. If you don't know, the moment lenses actually hook in to your iPhone or Android devices as well. You basically buy a case that the lenses hook onto, and you have like a nice professional lens on your phone that takes fantastic pictures.
Yeah.
So, and they're actually based here in Seattle.
Yeah.
Moment.
Just right in Soto.
Love them.
Yeah, they're great.
Someone asked, how do you charge the battery pack, the battery case? So basically, what's interesting is when you hook the phone in, the iPhone, it plugs in on Lightning to the phone, and then on the bottom of the battery case, it has a second Lightning port. So you plug it on Lightning, and depending on the power you're giving the case, it's going to charge, it'll always primarily charge the iPhone. But if there's extra power that the iPhone can't take that much of a charge, it'll also charge the case at the same time. The case also supports wireless charging. So you can wirelessly charge just the case, or you can wirelessly charge the case with the phone in it, or you can plug in. So those are your ways of charging.
I might get one of those.
You should. You should.
Yeah.
Well, what do you have though? That's like an iPhone 6S Plus.
No, it's not a 6.
What is that?
It's an 8, I think.
Hold on. Let me see.
I think it's an 8.
Let me see. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I saw the back and I thought it had the round camera. No, iPhone 8. Okay. I don't know if they make one for the iPhone 8. I don't think they do. I think they skipped a year.
Because I have to update my phone.
Right. Well, yeah. All right. So that was the National Car Rental story of the week. The iPhone XS Max, XS, and XR smart battery cases, available now from Apple or wherever you buy your consumer electronics. $129. Up next, we will be talking about a couple of interesting and weird Up next, we will be talking about a couple of interesting and weird Amazon devices. We've got the microwave and the wall clock. I know I have not used either of these, so I'm relying on you to break them down for us. This is Geared Up.
Did you not want to talk about Sonos?
Fading back in.
Okay, while Starla takes a quick cough break, I forgot before going to commercials that we had one more story we need to talk about. So when she comes back in, we will do that and then go to break. So that's why you're watching the behind the scenes. When you listen to the podcast version of this, it's perfect.
I know.
Yes. So, okay. Up next, we are going to be talking about music or music accessories in particular.
Yes.
Do you listen to music at home?
Of course.
I mean, I know everybody does, but like, are you like a music lover or you just like put music on your phone?
I just kind of put music on my phone or a podcast
Okay.
or an audiobook.
Weak. So Sonos, if you're unfamiliar, Sonos, you know Sonos?
Yeah, of course.
So Sonos makes these speakers that connect to each other. And they've been around for, I think like 15 years now.
Oh, wow.
They were the first ones to do this. You put a speaker in a room and you take another speaker and you put it in the same room or in a different room, and they all talk to each other. So you can have two speakers in one room that like one is the left channel, one's the right channel for stereo sound. You can do 5.1 surround sound. You can put different speakers in every room of your house, and you can play a song, let's say in the room you're in, or play a song like all downstairs and play something else upstairs, or play. It's crazy. I love them. I'm a big fan. And the only thing with Sonos is people have always said their stuff is expensive, which it is. I think at a minimum for one speaker today, it's $150, and that's like a last gen speaker.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you want like the cheapest current gen, it's $200.
Okay.
And so now IKEA is going to be building in Sonos functionality into their furniture, which
I
is
kind
crazy.
of love this.
This is crazy because first of all, we know IKEA. IKEA is like the TCL of furniture, which is
Oh my gosh.
they sell, what people think is
Oh my
like, hey, that furniture looks nice, but it's not that expensive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so they're
Love IKEA.
incorporating Sonos technology, but not Sonos's speakers into their furniture. So you'll have a speaker built into, I don't know, like your bookcase or your couch that you can control with your Sonos app.
That's amazing.
What do you think of that?
That is amazing.
Like imagine, like I saw the video, and the video was saying something to the effect of, hey, now you don't have to worry about the speakers, you just worry about the sound.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does that make sense? Like,
yeah, because the actual thing
right.
isn't just sticking out, which if you live in a small apartment like I do, that actually does make a huge difference. When I have to be really picky about,
Sure,
what I bring in.
So you're going to have like your couch act as your speaker.
Yeah.
Or your bookcase act as, I mean, that's kind of interesting.
But then the sound can only be in like one room.
Yes.
Really. So.
Oh, yeah. It's not like you're going to carry it around.
I know.
Right.
Move
like,
it in.
although the Sonos does plug into the wall, like sometimes when I'm like doing something in the garage, I will just unplug one and just put it in the garage, plug it in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to like haul my couch into the garage to like do some work. Right.
Yeah.
So that is, I guess, one downside that I didn't think of. But from what I've seen, these are going to start at like $150. And I did mention that Sonos starts at $150, but that's just for a speaker. And with IKEA, you're getting like a piece of furniture for that $150 and the whole Sonos integration.
Well, the thing that I would just worry about is when the furniture when you can no longer keep it around, either it breaks or you move, then you'd have to replace it with furniture again.
Oh yeah,
that has speaker capability.
That's true. So yeah, that's Sonos. What is it called again? There's like a weird name.
Symfonisk.
Oh.
Symfonisk.
Why do they always have to do that with their?
It's IKEA.
Right, but why? Come on, IKEA.
I think it's kind of cute.
I'm not gonna go into the store. Excuse me, can you point me to the Symfonisk area, please? I'm not saying that. Where's the Sonos area? That's what I'm saying. All right, so that is Sonos integrating into IKEA furniture.
Did they say whether it'll have like Alexa or?
They did
abilities?
not.
Oh,
they
sorry.
did not. Oh yeah, Alexa's right here. Quiet her down.
Quiet her down.
They did not. I would assume it will because Sonos is. IKEA is all about like bringing smart home features to their new furniture. So it would make sense.
That would make sense.
All right. Up next, we will be talking about a couple of new devices from Amazon. Microwave, a wall clock, how they work. Are they good? Are they terrible? We'll be right back on Geared Up. All right.
Cough break.
You take a cough break. I'm checking the chat right now. What? Do you want to adopt? I don't know what that means. The holders for the Osmo, the case is $25 to $30 according to Modern Day Tech, and many of them are on back order. I see that CES Cough is in the house. That's correct, Travis. It is still here. Grunsmurf just let us know his food order has arrived. He's still listening.
Thanks for sticking around.
Even if he's not chatting, he's eating right now. So, thank you.
Is he our number one fan?
Apparently. I mean, he's here all the time watching, so I appreciate that.
Shout out to Grunge
Thank
Smurf.
you. What else do we have? Windows versus Apple laptops right here. Correct. She does not know. She doesn't know the goodness yet.
I've had Apple books.
Oh, all right. But you've never used Final Cut Pro X 10.
No.
So that's.
I've been Premiere.
That's what we're talking about.
I did Avid for a little bit for video editing, but not as much.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite.
D. Niman asks, how heavy is the battery case? It's not that it's heavy. It's just more that it adds a bit of bulk, but I don't want to say that in a bad way. It's only bad if you like the thinness of your phone. I feel like this is easier to hold, especially with the, I don't know what you call this little area right here, this little nook, like if you rest your finger in there. It's easier to hold, but it's more annoying to put in your pocket, if that makes sense. So that's that. New iOS update is available. Just came out right now. Thank you, Hero Hunter 81. And Siri will tell you your smart battery percentage. Yes.
Are you guys on break?
Yes.
My lunch just got here.
All right, Todd's lunch just got here.
My lunch appointment just got here.
Oh, his lunch appointment just got here. Okay. No worries.
So I'm going to go to lunch.
Okay. Go to lunch.
Can you just hit the stop button when you're done?
Yeah, we'll hit the stop button.
That's all you got to do.
When we're done.
I'm out there. It sounds great. You guys
All right,
are
good.
Fantastic. Even the cough breaks are getting positive comments.
The cough breaks are getting positive content. Okay.
They're doing well.
Good.
They said, just the best cough breaks ever, and I think that's going to be the name of our new show.
Cough breaks.
Cough break.
Cough breaks with GeekWire. Okay. All right. Capty says, I am painfully uninformed. About what?
About what?
I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years. And then people jump in and say, hey, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And then they'll usually answer, and then I have to school them in the chat. Why? Don't make me do that to you. Okay. We get pineapple juice. It's helpful colds.
I'm allergic to pineapples.
Oh, my God. Okay, you want to know a fun fact?
Pineapple. I can do cooked, like on a pizza.
Okay, we might have the same thing going on. This should have been one of my 2 truths or a lie. This is going to be crazy. When I eat pineapple that's raw, my tongue bleeds.
Oh, my allergy isn't that bad.
No, it's like, why is my tongue literally starts bleeding? It's not cut. It just bleeds.
Oh my God.
And I had to Wikipedia this, and it's like 5% of the population, when they eat raw pineapple, I don't know, there's something in it that makes the tongue just naturally start bleeding.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, this whole time I thought I haven't met anyone else who has the raw pineapple
Yeah, that's me.
allergy. Can you do cooked? Can you do it on a pizza?
Yes, and I will still eat it raw, by the way.
Oh, you
Oh, my tongue's bleeding. Oh, well, it's good. It tastes good.
Oh my gosh.
It's just it tastes too good to.
It doesn't taste that good.
But imagine like pineapple with blood. So good.
Gross.
Is
Ew.
it like cuts in your tongue?
No. It's like the glands just start naturally. So there's no cuts at all. It's just like it's almost like sweating blood.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like a bunch of blood is pouring out of my mouth. It's just like my tongue is red
And
from
where did
blood.
you find that out?
I only found this out like 6 months ago, by the way,
Oh.
because I actually checked. Because like whenever I ate pineapple, my tongue would just kind of hurt, just like a little bit, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is weird. I have a little allergy." And then one time I just decided to like check, and I was like, "What is going on in here?" And then that's when I looked it up. Yeah, crazy. Travis says, "Yo, that is straight out of a horror movie."
It is.
And Capty, who said I was painfully uninformed, has retracted his message. And Andrew is one of the best tech reviewers out there. I appreciate that.
Aw.
All right, we're gonna jump into the final segment of the show. Starla is going to take the lead here
Yeah.
and tell us about some Amazon tech. Are you sure you're not a mutant? I wish I was. All right, ready?
Well, we're not completely sure.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You ready, Jake?
I'm ready.
All right. Welcome back to...
What?
Sorry, Travis just... Travis left a comment.
Oh my God.
Be right back throwing up because of my tongue. Thanks, Travis. You messed up
It
the
was
show.
pretty graphic.
Hey, I tried to keep it like not crazy. Okay, here we go. Welcome back to Geared Up. I'm Andrew Edwards.
And I'm Starless and Paco.
All right, we are going to be talking about a couple of new Amazon Alexa-enabled devices, household gear,
Yes.
if you will. So, what do we got first up?
Well, in one of our former episodes, you and Todd had talked about the Alexa microwave.
Oh, yes.
Yes. We actually had one in the GeekWire office.
Okay.
And had the GeekWire staff test it out, even produced a quick video on it.
Mm-hmm.
But the TLDR version of the story
Here we
is
go.
that we are pulling the plug on our Alexa-enabled microwave.
Sounds like it did not live up to expectations.
Well, the expectations weren't very high in the
Right.
first place because, I mean, the big feature on this microwave was that you could just tell it to heat up your food without,
Okay.
physically lifting up your hand, pressing
Right,
the
right.
button,
No one wants to
going
do that.
through all those motions. No one wants to do that. But it didn't really work out for us, unfortunately.
Now, for people who don't know, the Alexa microwave does not have Alexa built into it.
Yeah.
It is Alexa controllable,
Enabled, yeah.
but you need to have an Alexa device, which means you need to buy at least an Echo Dot for $50, in addition to the price of the, what is it, $70?
I'm
this microwave, or
actually
is it 60?
Googling it.
But when you first see the microwave, regardless of price,
$60.
the first thing I thought when I saw this microwave is, what household uses a microwave this small? It's like it's tiny. Like, no one's going to put this in their house. It's like a dorm room microwave.
I could see that.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? It makes no sense. It doesn't look good. It looks like a piece of plastic. $60. You need to have this nearby.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't even do like what you would hope it would do. Like, my hope is, okay, when I went there for the announcement,
Yeah.
they showed you take this potato, you put the potato in the microwave, close it, you say, Alexa, cook this potato, right? And it knows, oh, it's a potato. Here's how long I need to cook the potato. Great. It seems to only work with potatoes, and that's it. Like, you can't put, like, I want to put anything in and say,
There
hey,
was popcorn too, right?
it does popcorn.
It had the Amazon Dash built
Yes,
in.
the Amazon Dash service. So what that means is you buy popcorn from Amazon because it has to be from Amazon.
has to be from
so
Amazon.
Amazon knows, okay, we sent this family a box of 8 packages of microwave popcorn. Once you get down to, let's say, 2 packages left, it knows to automatically replenish your popcorn. I don't know if it means that you can also tell Alexa to cook the popcorn. It might. I'm not saying it doesn't. But what I am saying is that Alexa does not support enough things. Like we talked about before the show started.
Yeah.
Like, you put some butter in there. Hey, melt this butter.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Melt the butter.
That would have been great. And that was a suggestion that we got from Claire McGray, and our former podcast producer, that it would be awesome if Alexa or the microwave could weigh the butter and then just know the amount of time that it needs to be microwaved for it to be perfectly melted.
That's a smart device. Now, have you heard of the June oven?
No, what's that?
All right, there's an oven. It's called the June oven. It's a countertop oven, almost like
look this up.
What do you call the toaster? It's almost like a toaster oven, but it's bigger. It looks like a combo of a toaster oven and a microwave.
Oh, this is cool.
But the cool thing about the June oven is you put food in it and it recognizes, uses machine learning and AI to recognize what's been put in there and how long it needs to be cooked. So, for example, you can put a steak in there. It'll recognize, oh, this is steak. This is beef. They want it medium well. Here's how long I need to cook it for. Like, you don't have to, when you put chicken in there, do you want it roasted or do you want, like, how do you want it cooked? You tell it, all right, we need to roast this chicken for this long. And it has cameras inside to know, like, what is inside the oven. I was hoping Amazon was going to do something like that.
That
where
would
it
have been
recognize
amazing.
What's in there, use some cameras, use some, like, AI, and just cook it. Like, you microwave it for me. Because the thing with microwaves, most people don't realize this, microwaves are actually really versatile, but we just, almost everybody I know, including myself, I just punch in the time and hit go. But if you actually like access the features, like whether it's defrost or, you can actually cook things in a proper way in a microwave, but no one takes the time to learn their microwave. Almost like back in the day, no one took the time to learn how to like set their VCRs. Do you know what a VCR is?
What's that?
So, yeah, you could have actually made something really smart to enhance the home.
Yeah.
But they did not.
Well, I hope Amazon is watching this.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Jeff.
I'm sure Jeff is tuning into the live stream right now. That would have been really cool. Yeah.
So $60 though, if you want to try it out for yourself, $60, but you also do need to have an Amazon Echo device to control it.
Yeah. But, we had produced a review video on the microwave, and our reporter, Nat Levy, had pointed out that, maybe in the bigger picture, this is just step one towards, more Amazon Alexa-enabled home devices. So this probably isn't the end of Alexa-enabled home devices. It's just the first step in that direction.
I agree with that. Now, that's a good segue because we have another Alexa device that we don't know if it will be coming back or not.
We don't.
So,
drum roll, please.
Yeah, drum roll. I'm not going to do it because Todd said I'm banging on the table too much today. Boom. This is the Amazon
Echo wall clock.
Echo wall clock.
Yes.
Now, it was for sale because you bought this. Is that correct?
Todd bought one for the office, and he said it was $30.
Okay, $30. However, if you go to Amazon right now and try to buy it, it says this product is not available, and we don't know if it will be available again in the future.
Yeah.
It just came out.
It's a mystery.
Yes. Now, talk about this clock, because the one thing I realized, it feels super cheap and plasticky.
Especially if you turn it behind. In the photos, it's not quite as obvious, but when I took it out of the box, I was kind of surprised at how plasticky it was. It was $30 though.
Right.
But we just actually set it up with our Echo device. So this is an example of what it can do. So Alexa, set a timer for 5 seconds.
5 seconds, starting now.
Alexa, stop. So if you saw that, it'll have these tick marks that light up to count down the 5 seconds. So if you have a timer, which you can do on pretty much any Alexa device, with a clock, you'll have, a visual representation of how much time is left.
Question.
Yes.
So like the microwave, this requires a separate Echo device. It is not Echo built in.
And it has to be, there are specific Echo devices. So the Echo Dot, the Echo Plus, Echo Show, Echo Spot. Like I have an Echo Look at home, but I couldn't pair it with my Echo Look. So I had to come back to the office.
You have the Echo that tells you how well you're dressed?
I don't actually use the app.
But have you ever?
Well, yeah, because I reviewed it for GeekWire.
Okay. Just as a quick aside, how did it perform in your own opinion? Just out of curiosity.
You have to pose the same. Like, I just think that it was going off of like whether I had an hourglass figure in the photo, which means like if I shift my body a little bit, like
And it's like, oh, those clothes are terrible.
yeah, it'll be like, that's so frumpy. So that's not what Alexa said. But I think I was reading between the lines. And so I don't really use it to tell me how to dress.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah. But I
Okay.
like it. I like having, you know, a way to take photos of my outfits.
Right.
I MC events outside of work. And so, you know, having a way to take photos without a selfie,
Sure. I
it
got you.
works out.
Okay. All right. Back to the clock.
The Echo wall clock. What do you guys think about this?
$30. Very plasticky. Requires a separate Echo device to operate. You know, I guess the thing is, like, if you have an Echo device, you can just ask it to set a timer, and then you can just ask it how much time is left on your timer.
Yeah.
This just gives you a visual representation if you don't want to ask. I don't know. It's one of those things where, again, I feel like if this was a nicer clock that would actually like fit well in a home, it would be good. But the products that they're making fit well in a dorm room or a child's room.
Yeah.
But children aren't going to be using Alexa to keep time. Quiet, Alexa.
Well, one thing
The
I was.
Time to Keep. The Tasha Tudor Book of Holidays.
Oh.
The book released in 1977.
Alexa, stop.
Answer your
Jeez.
She's always eavesdropping.
Yes.
Well, I was speaking to Todd about the Alexa clock, and he said that as a parent, one thing that he might use it for is setting a timer for, you know, the activities that his daughter is doing.
Okay.
So I can't relate to that
got that.
situation, but I don't know. I guess that might be a use case for this.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So that
I
is
don't
the Amazon's Echo household devices.
I wouldn't
I'm
buy
sure
one.
there'll be more. Yeah. I wouldn't, even at $30, I wouldn't buy one. I would not buy the microwave. Step your game up, Amazon.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the show. That is the show. Before we leave, though, we do have the 2 truths and a lie. If you literally just tuned into you missed the show. Starless and Paco is the new co-host of Geared Up, and we started the show with both of us telling 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah. To recap.
It's time. Yeah,
Yeah.
please recap.
To recap, my 3 statements were 1, that I have a dog named Dorito, like the chips. 2, that I've shaken Tyra Banks' hand.
Banks' hand.
Banks' hand. And 3, that I have a selfie with Donald Trump.
Yeah. Okay. Mine were, I've met Michael Jackson. I've met Michael Jordan. I've met Mike Tyson. One of those is untrue. So, you go first. Let people know who you are by answering one at a time. Which ones are true? Which one's a lie?
So the first one was that I have a dog named Dorito, and that's absolutely true.
Absolutely
I talk
true.
every time I see you, Andrew. I find
yeah.
a way to bring up Dorito in
course.
conversation. Actually, let me pull up a photo.
Good thing, Jake. By the way, Jake, someone asked in the chat for you to be introduced, so you're gonna have to walk over here and say hi in a moment.
There he is.
Okay, he's gonna zoom in. Uh oh.
Nope. He's my lock screen always. He's so sweet.
Look at that hat.
He's so we got matching hats for Christmas. That on one side it says naughty, and the other side it says nice.
You and him have matching hats.
Yeah, we have matching
fantastic.
hats.
Fantastic.
So he had the naughty side because he was kind of misbehaving that day. He's so cute.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I do have a dog named Dorito.
All right.
And then, sorry, my voice just gave out. Cough break.
While she's coughing. Oh,
I'm
she's
back.
back.
It was
All
a
right,
mini
good.
break. So my second one was that I've shaken Tyra Banks' hand.
Right.
That is a lie.
Okay.
I've interviewed her via satellite. When I was working for King 5, she had just announced that she was going to be the host of America's Got Talent on NBC, and King 5 is the NBC channel. So I got the chance to interview her via satellite.
That's cool.
And we talked about America's Next Top Model, which I grew up watching. Sorry.
You just make me feel old because I remember when that show came out and I was like 20 years old. Like you're like, I
in
grew up on
elementary
this.
school. And I talked to her about the power of the smize. Like we had a good conversation.
Smize is powerful.
It was really great. Third one, I do have a picture with Donald Trump. Should I pull up? I should probably pull up the photo.
What? Yes. Pull up your Donald Trump selfie.
So
Bonus, though, why and how did you meet him?
So we met back in 2014. I'm trying to find the photo on Instagram because that's kind of way back. That's forever ago.
Long time ago.
But I had met him at we were both in Louisiana for the Miss USA pageant. And I was not competing at Miss USA, but that year I was competing for Miss Teen USA, and I was supporting Miss Washington USA.
So you won Miss Teen Washington.
Yes.
Yes.
That was a while ago. I peaked too soon. But we walked into the venue and we saw him there, and I was really proud of myself because a lot of the teen contestants were there, but I was the first one who was brave enough to go up and ask for a photo. So here we are. It's blurry, but I only had a few seconds to ask. So
Who is photobombing in the background back there?
Miss Utah Teen USA and Miss
Okay.
Montana Teen USA. So,
All right,
yeah,
there you
fun
go.
facts.
Nice.
He was kind to us. Yeah.
Mhm.
Very different from the image that you often see today. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
who knew?
My two truths and a lie. What was the first one I said? I met Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. I did meet Mike Tyson outside of a Harley Davidson, outside of the Harley Davidson Cafe in New York City. I cut school. I was in high school. I cut school because they were doing a press conference where Mike Tyson was going to referee the main event of WrestleMania. And so I was like, I'm going to the Harley Davidson Cafe for this for this announcement. And yeah, as he was walking in from his limo, shook his hand, said, "What's up?" Talked to him for maybe like 20 seconds. So
That's still a good
it's
amount
still
of
a
time.
meeting. You met him. It's technically a meeting. Michael Jordan, I did not ever meet. I did not ever meet Michael Jordan. I loved him so much. You ever hear of this guy, Michael Jordan?
Yes.
He played basketball. All right. He played basketball back in the day.
I'm young, but I haven't been living under a rock.
So when I was living in New York City and all my friends in school loved the Knicks, obviously you're supporting your home team, I was all about the Chicago Bulls because Michael Jordan, in my opinion, was amazing. I like watching great people be great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not one of the haters that's like, I'm not a big sports guy. What's the guy's name from the Patriots that just got to the Super Bowl? Peyton Manning. No.
Brady.
Tom Brady. Tom
I
Brady.
only know him as Mr. Giselle Bundchen, but
Mr. Giselle.
I
So,
don't watch sports.
You know how
sorry.
many people are like Tom Brady? Oh, get out of here. He's winning again. This is crazy. He sucks. You can't suck if you perform to that level and get to the Super Bowl so many
Yeah.
times. So I just like watching great people be great. So I was a huge fan of Jordan. Michael Jackson, I did meet.
What was that
Now,
like?
this is crazy because I worked at FAO Schwartz, which was a toy store in New York. If you watch the movie Big when they like
Oh
jumped
my
on the
gosh,
piano,
that's
I worked
it?
there. Yes, I worked there.
Whoa.
Somebody walks in with their face covered, sunglasses on, and like a trench coat with two kids. Now, I'm working in the Lego/Super Soaker section of the store. And this person comes over to the Super Soakers and like bend down with their kids, showing them Super Soakers. And I have to help them because that's my section. You have to like help people in your section. So he's asking me questions. I have no clue who this is. And then the weird thing is I look at their hand and it had like the splotches. Like he had, because remember he had vitiligo. So he had like black skin, but he had like splotches that were basically missing their melanin. And I was like, wait a minute. Okay. My mind went into overdrive. Okay, this person's covering their face, covering their eyes, has vitiligo, two kids. This is Michael Jackson. Now, I never said, hello, are you Michael Jackson, right? But I'm helping them out. They pick up a Super Soaker and they go along their way after I help them for maybe 2 minutes. It's my lunch time. I go to lunch. I come back to work. No one's allowed in the building. They've cleared out the entire store because Michael Jackson is in there shopping. And so
Wow.
that confirmed that I had met and helped Michael Jackson. So we never met and was like, hey, I'm Michael. No. But I did help him out. And yeah, that's my two truths and a lie.
Well, did you guys have any kind of conversation? Like,
Just about the Super Soakers.
what
it.
did he ask? What was he like?
This was like 20 years ago, literally 20 years ago. I think he was just like, which ones which ones will spray like the furthest, and which ones have like a. Because there was a new one that had like a backpack cannon.
And you gave him an in-depth review.
Yeah, so
right?
well, not an in-depth one, but I was like, because when you're 18 and you work at a toy store, you don't really love your job. So you're like, this one's great. You just buy something so I get I don't get like in trouble for not selling anything today. But yeah, when you come back to work and they're like, yeah, go home because no one's allowed in the building. You're like, oh wow, Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Okay.
So who was between him and Mike Tyson? Which one were you more like excited about?
I was more excited about Mike Tyson because I knew in advance I was going to go see him. And when it was Michael Jackson, I didn't have confirmation until after it already happened. So that one was more like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like that just, what would I have done differently if I actually knew at the time? So yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Now our viewers and listeners know us a little bit more.
Just a little bit better.
Yes. We should do this every week.
Yeah.
Come up with some way to do something every week to divulge more of who we are and our secrets. All right. Our secrets.
Oh, wow.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. That was the first Geared Up with Starless and Paco
Thank you.
at the helm. We'll be seeing you next week for more tech and gadget news. And until then, big shout out to National Car Rental for sponsoring the show. I'm Andrew Edwards.
And I'm Starless and Paco.
And we'll see you next time. All right, now we need to read this real quick.
Okay.
And then we're going to get to the questions in the chat. So you read. Oh, so I start. Okay. Thanks a lot for listening to Geared Up.
If you're not already, you should subscribe. Let me redo that. If you're not already, you should subscribe to Andrew's YouTube channel to see our live behind-the-scenes videos. You can do that at youtube.com/gearlive. Also, subscribe to Geared Up in your favorite podcast app. Just search Geared Up, that's 2 words, not one, in Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen.
If you like what we do, consider leaving us a rating and a review. It really helps other people find the show. Geared Up is a GeekWire podcast. You can see more from us at geekwire.com. Jake Green runs the live stream, and Jim Valley edits the show. That's it. All right, Jake, you need to come in here because people have been asking to meet you. This is Jake Green, who runs a live stream.
Say hi to Jake.
Hi, everybody.
There he is. That's Jake Green.
Yep, happy to be here.
We're actually talking about getting another camera in this room so that Jake can participate.
I got a little bit of comments and questions, and I'm kind of a tech guy myself.
No, I like that.
So,
I like that. Almost like the Howard Stern show or whatever, where they have like another camera on Robin.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
That's what we're going for.
I'll be Robin.
There you go.
You're a tech guy.
Yep, I am.
Tell us more about that.
Well, actually, I run an esports organization called Northwest Esports. So, I have a Call of Duty team. I run Smash tournaments, and I play Counter-Strike a lot. So.
Who's your main Smash person?
I actually don't know the Smash community like I should. I really don't. I mean,
you run it, but you don't.
I do. Well, I mean.
No, I mean like your main character that you use when you play.
Well, I always Snake. Totally.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well, I just love Snake in general because I grew up on PlayStation. So
okay.
Metal Gear Solid, Twisted Metal. That's like my legendary when I was young. But yeah. So maybe I can come on here and help you guys out with some esports stuff every once in a while.
There you go. Awesome.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks, guys.
That's Jake.
Yay.
Let's see if there's any other comments in the live stream before we get out of here. Someone said the Trump one had to be the lie because who would admit that? That's what they said. The Trump one has to be a lie. No one's going to admit they have a selfie with Trump.
Well, he was not a presidential candidate.
I thought you were going to say predator.
Oh my
I
God.
thought you were like I was like, she's going to say predator. He was not a predator at the time. Let's see. I want a pet jelly. Someone says they want a pet jellyfish. That's Grunt Smurf. Interesting.
Did you moonwalk?
I did not moon. I'm not going to
With
moonwalk
Michael
at work.
Jackson.
No.
That would have been a great
I'm trying to be
story,
professional.
though.
Imagine if I did that. Like he didn't tell. I didn't know who he was. And I just start doing that in front of him, like that, in the Super Soaker section. Ridiculous.
He's like, here, let me show you how to do it.
Ridiculous. Andrew, do you go to Day of the Shirt for your tees? No, I have never even heard of that. But now that you mentioned it,
We got to look that
I'm
up.
gonna check it out. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. That was Geared Up. We will see you
Thank
guys
you.
next week.